from a U.S. official confirming that what we have been seeing, these videos, these glows in the sky, that this is indeed an Israeli strike against Iran, that this is the retaliation by Israel that we have frankly been expecting over the course of the past few days in response to that Iranian attack last weekend, which targeted some 300 drones, ballistic and cruise missiles at Israel, an unprecedented historic attack by Iran against Israel. Now what we are seeing, according to a U.S. official who I spoke with just moments ago, this is Israel's response to that. I've heard just moments ago from a U.S. official confirming that what we have been seeing, these videos, these glows in the sky, that this is indeed an Israeli strike against Iran, that this is the retaliation by Israel that we have frankly been expecting over the course of the past few days in response to that Iranian attack last weekend, which targeted some 300 drones, ballistic and cruise missiles at Israel, an unprecedented historic attack by Iran against Israel. Now what we are seeing, according to a U.S. official who I spoke with just moments ago, this is Israel's response to that.
Shalom. Call Haloyam La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shai, Rakata Racha Kodash, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Shalom and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elder bishops and the elders in the Akim and the Akwath of the hopeful elect. Shalom. So we're going to a quick video. As you've seen in the video there, it's the World War III update. You know, the Israelis respond to Iran's attack from last weekend. So it took the Israelis, fake Israel, you know, a few days to respond, you know. So they were deliberating upon what they should do, you know, how they're going to attack. And so, you know, there's reports, you know, that Iran said that nothing went through, and that they were able to intercept the missiles, you know. So that's the news, and that's the reports that's coming out. Israelis, they're trying to, you know, say that they hit targets. Then Iran saying that they shot things down, that nothing got through. So time will tell exactly what will happen, you know, the aftermath with the channels that reveal, you know, more of the more accurate facts, you know, apart from CNN and the mainstream. But this is all the Lord's doing, and the prophecies are ramping up, you know. As I've said, you know, it's like gradualism in a heavyweight fight. I mean, in on a, say, like a boxing fight card, or MMA, like UFC fight card, right? You have the lesser battles, the lesser fights on the at the lowest end of the fight card, and then you move up the card throughout the night, you know, and the fighters get better and better till you have your you know, your championship bout with the top guys, right? And so it's escalated from Russia and Ukraine, right? So now that was just in-house fighting right there, you know. Russia slapping around their own people of their own territory of the old Soviet Union. You know, Ukraine trying to defect from Russia, you know, from Soviet Union, or, you know, Russian, influence and control, right? And so now the Israelis been fighting the Palestinians, you know, Hamas, to Hezbollah, to the Houthi rebels, and now, you know, because those are were all installed by the Iranians, and then now Iran went ahead and stepped on in now, you know, and now it's taking it to Israel and the Israelis, and now the Israelis responded, and so, you know, it's escalating up quickly, you know, up the fight card, you know. This is like the co-main event here, because this is the whore, Babylon America. This is their number one partner, which is the Israelis, right? And then Iran is the modern day Persians, the Medo-Persian Empire. So the modern day Medes are the Russians, and the Russians' number one, partner is Iran, and also, with China right there as well. So that's an added, overwhelming trio against America, right? Russia, Iran, and China. So it's pretty overwhelming for America. They're not going to be able to stop this onslaught. But anyway, so this is ramping up quick because this is the reason why. Let's see. We'll start at verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, and that part of that tribulation, and we know that the end is not here all the way, is why? Because Jacob's tribulation is another word for trouble. And Jacob's trouble in Jeremiah 30:7 is what? The mark of the beast. When all men will have to take that thing in their hand or on their forehead to buy and sell, as you see, wherever you're at in the country, right? And even throughout the four corners, if you're listening to this, the where you go and purchase your goods, everywhere you start to notice more and more that things are becoming more and more cashless. These merchants, right? These stores and corporate companies. So that's the main one that got to pop off, and we'll have to endure that for a while as this World War III is going on too. So the Most High is the ultimate, chess player, right? The ultimate, what's that word? Maestro, So the Most High is cold, he's overlapping everything, and it's overwhelming to the Edomites, so-called white race. And the elect, will be preserved through it all. So right here it says, verse 20, we'll go back to 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. So it lets you know that that's the end of the heathen era of on Earth's existence, right? So, and it will never happen again because this is going to be the grand finale of the heathen rulership, because it will never be heathen ruling again on Earth. It'll be perpetual peace, and that's why it will never be again. It's going to be perpetual peace in the kingdom of heaven, kingdom of Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. So, enforced by Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's received everything in this realm from the Most High. In verse 22, and this is why, everything's ramping up quick. Already the co-main event of the Israelis and against the Iranians. It says, verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Most High is shortening these days, and the Most High, it shows you how much love the Most High has for the Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, because the way at this pace, how things are speeding up, the Most High has to shorten the days up. These days are flying by, and then also shorten and then speeding up the conflicts as well. And then the trial, being tried 10 days, of the that's just meaning a complete number of days going through Jacob's trouble of the grain of rice that go in your hand and buy and sell. Salakia. All right, so the Most High will shorten these days for the elect's sake. And that's infinite love and mercy he has for the Israelites. And so all these things people don't understand. These things are flawlessly happening according to biblical prophecy. And people thinking that they're all just out of their wits. They're trying to figure out what's going on and why it's happening and what's next, and trying to stop it or trying to give input about how things can get smoothed out. Average citizens and arrogant doctrinaires. A doctrinaire is a person that's opinionated but speaks his opinion as fact. And so all these doctrinaires running their mouths, talking about this and that on whichever side they're on, and what can be done on both parties, to avoid nuclear war and that's the end game. They didn't create the Most High didn't have them create these nuclear weapons to just sit on them, right? And to never ever use them. They were made to be used, and we're in that time. Lord willing, we're of that number that will be protected from the devastating destruction, of the hopeful elect. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Most High, he's in control of all of this. Everyone think that this is just happening randomly. This is all biblical prophecy. And when you understand the scriptures, you know that this is all of the Most High. And no man, the Most High sends out spirits to influence everything that occurs, So that's what's going on right now. The king, the modern king is the president of the United States, the prime minister of the Israelis, Vladimir Putin. He's basically like a king. He's been ruling for, since I can remember, So the Most High is stirring up Putin's heart, to do this. And also the Iranians and everyone throughout all of the world governments of the earth. And so now here we'll go to Amos 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? So right now, that trumpet is that sound of war in the land, and everybody is afraid, As long as the Most High is with you, if the Most High is with you, nothing can be against you, No weapons formed against us shall prosper, because we're in the hands of the Most High. So just pray that you're in His right hand, in Yahweh Shai, in the body of Yahweh Shai, our head, for protection, and not the left hand for judgment, So shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai hath not done it? So, most I say, at death and at famine, thou shalt laugh. So it's going to be a different spirit the Most I put on the men of the Lord, and women too, that understands in sincerity and just listen humbly and quietly and understand, and just take this in and understand it, and pray that the Most High allow you to accept it and receive it. Because you have to have a different. It's gonna because we're in a new era since 2020, the Roaring 20s, as I call it. The new Roaring 20s is the days being shortened for the elect's sake, and Most High ramping up these judgments, to deliver the Israelites, the 130 elect. And so with that, it's a new spirit in the land. It's thick. People can feel something major is about to occur. And so in order to not be taken by that spirit of judgment that's in the air, the Most High is putting a spirit in the process of putting that spirit upon the men of the Lord, the elect, to men and women to endure and not, to match and over, to match that energy and even be above it, and faith through faith, right? In the name of Yahweh Shah. So we won't fear nothing. The Most High gave us the spirit, He gave us not the spirit of fear, but of power and of a sound mind. And what's sound? The Holy Scriptures. And that's how our mind is. We settle our mind, and that's the stability of our times. Isaiah 33 and 6. So there's nothing to fear. Just know that the Most High. Have faith that the Most High He is. He exists, and through His only begotten Son, we will be covered and protected, like the old days of in the ancient Egypt, in the day of the Passover, right? And it's going to be a new modern Passover with the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High, beaming up the 130 elect. So it's going down, man. It's very close. In the spirit, you can feel it. And, the prophecies chiefly is what. That's why Revelations 19:10, the spirit of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And that's why you stay occupied. Blessed is he that readeth, and blessed is he that is occupied in the prophecies. So we have to know what's happening, through the Most High's mercies. So from there we'll go to Psalms 118 and verse 21. I will praise thee, for thou hast heard me, and art become my salvation. So, as when we come back into the truth, then all things are brought back to our remembrance. I believe it's 2 Peter 3:1-2. The only way you can remember something of old in the past is that you had something, that you had received something in the past. And that's the Israelites. We lost our identity. Now we've gotten that unction. Our spirit has been quickened by the Holy Spirit in the name of Yahweh Shai. And now we remember all things and we're taught all things. That's what John 14:26. So now verse 22, and art become my salvation at the end of verse 21 right there, Slakia. So we awaken and then to the truth. And then when we pray unto the Most High, we sigh and cry in the midst of this Babylon, America, Babylon the Great, for the abominations. We sigh and cry for the abominations done in the midst thereof. We pray the Most High speed up the days as he prophesied and said he would, in the name of Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh Shai, right? And then the Most High, he's going to be our salvation, through his right arm, Yahweh Shai, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Verse 22, the stone which the builders refused is become the head stone of the corner. So it lets you know these are the end days. They rejected him, when he came on the scene 2,000 years ago, right? And then they're going to reject the spirit of Yahweh Shai through his body, the prophets, elders, teachers, and the 1/3 that believe and call upon him and speak the truth and speak the gospel, right? And they rejected him again through the men of the Lord and through those that believe, the men and women that believe. And so he's the chief cornerstone that the house of David, the 1/3 elect of Israel, is built on. Verse 23, this is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is a marvelous thing that's happening. We, Sirach 25:7, we'll go ahead and get that one. That's a heavy one there. Because, man, all these years of Esau on top, no one ever thought he would come down, right? And be brought down. It's the Most High. He raised it up and he pulled down. And he set up one and he set up kings and take them and take them down, set up another. He plant and pluck up. The time to plant and the time to pluck up. And Esau, the Most High, planted Esau for a little season after the Renaissance period. Now he's about to pluck that devil up. It's going to be the most violent plucking up of all nations in the history, and all the nations are going to be very terrified when they see it. Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's what we're seeing right now. And that's a happy thing, because better is the end of a thing than the beginning, right? What's better, the end of this captivity, or the beginning of it, or the end of it, right? So it's a happy thing that we're about to finally be removed, be beamed up and saved out of this hell this never-ending hell, and this unfair society, unfair economy, unfair the way we're treated. All nations hate us. And then if we speak about the hate, then we're the problem and then we're in the wrong, right? But every other nation, they could call out any grievance that's happened to them and everyone will respect their plight, right? But they don't respect our plight. This is pure hell and it's wickedness. That's why the Most High is about to destroy these wicked demons, beginning with Esau, Edom, and then the rest of the heathen that's in bed with them, keeping the Israelites down. It's a beautiful, joyous, happy time. Zechariah 3 and verse 8. Hear now, O Joshua the high priest, Oh no, that's not the right one. I want a Zephaniah. Okay, that's a good one too. The branch is Yahushua. Will shoot forth from a branch fruit. The first fruits are is the 1/3 elect. That's the first fruits of Israel, the elect, 1/3. Zephaniah 3:8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the prey. So vengeance is of the Most High, not us. For my determination is to gather the nations, and that's going to be the battle of Armageddon over there, right? And that's a compound word, Har Mageddon or Megiddo, the city of a crowded place, a crowded hill. I'm roughly reciting it from my memory, but anyway, but that's not the topic right there. But we continue on until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. That's all the heathen kingdoms headed by Esau Edom. To pour upon them mine indignation, and that's righteous anger and righteous fury and righteous judgment. Even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Psalm 7:11, I believe it is, that says what? The Most High is angry. Every day the Most High is angry with the wicked. And the chief wicked are the Edomites, so-called white race. So, it's about to go down. Most High is rising up right now. And this is odd, not oddly close, but it's right at our heels. It's like the Most High is like it say, in the scripture about the Most High like will return. Well, no, how shall return like a thief in the night, right? And these judgments are speeding up and catching people off guard like a thief in the night, because this is happening extremely quick. Iran and the Israelis are already fighting, Seemed like it might have taken a little longer than this, but we know that this is because the Most High is shortening the days. Every day the weeks are flying by, the months are flying, and the years are flying by, right? It's already 2024. And so the conflicts it started with Russia and Ukraine not too long ago. Now it's already Israelis and Iran fighting. So, it's going down. World War III is highly underway. It's official, It's here. Active, let's see. Ezekiel 38. And Ezekiel 38 and verse 3. And say, thus saith the Most High Power, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shai, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And that's going into Russia. Russia is the old landmass of the Medes, and that's those are the modern day Russians. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the word Meshech, it translates into Moscow, and we know that's Russia. I need to do some more research on that again. I remember seeing that way back some years back. I got to look that up again and try to find that. That was real heavy. So verse 4, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and turn them back to what that Soviet Union spirit of war, because they're not regarding America and their economy anymore, right? They got that Russian ruble that's backed by gold. Their currency backed by their gold, and they're making all these economic currency deals with these other nations and countries that was having a dollar as their currency. So I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. That's all their weaponry. And the chief one, and then the grand finale of those thermonuclear missiles. I will just drop down to verse 7. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself and all thy company that are assembled unto thee. So he's in charge of these other nations that he's in league with now, with China, Iran, and all their allies. And be thou a guard unto them, because he's like their bodyguard, their big brother. Because when Iran shot those missiles at the Israelis, Putin told Biden, said, don't interfere with this battle. He told him to stand back, step back, don't get in the mix of this, because if you do, you already know the bear Russia is going to step in and bring it to America. That's the grand finale right there. That's the main event, and it's bound to happen. It's just a few key things got to occur before the main slug out, drag out, knockout battle begins. That's going to be the battle to end all battles. Of course, the Most High going to wipe them out with the missiles. The Spirit of the Lord is in those missiles that He's going to send. And then, Yahushua, because the Most High is going to take out Russia through the Most High Yahweh is going to take out Babylon with His fierce anger. Going to take out America. And then then that's when Yahushua gets to have his fun and wipe out the Russians and the other nations that joined themselves into Russia, to try to fight. And it's like you see in all of these Independence Day movies that they fight the alien invasion. That's Yahushua invade. That's a depiction, and these movies of alien invasions that they partake to fight in against the aliens that so-called invade. That's biblical. That's Yahushua invading and returning. That's his great return. And then he's going to wipe out the Russians and all those that took place. Partook in taking out America. And then that'll be it. And then perpetual peace after that, right? The kingdom of heaven. So Jeremiah 50. Slakia. Jeremiah 50 and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that He hath taken against Babylon, that's America, and his purposes, that He hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, and that's the Israelis, because they run to Hollywood. And then we know, and who were the Chaldeans? The ancient Chaldeans was the sorcerers, the so-called wise men, and the magicians, astrologers, working at witchcraft and sorcery. And Hollywood and the media that they run by the so-called the little hats, the Jewish people, and they own the money too. And that's even witchcraft in that money. For the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money is the root of all evil, but for the love of it. And what does he do in Hollywood? Make these people sell out and do homosexual acts and do all the foul rituals and everything, for that money. And that's witchcraft too. That cast a spell on the people. You can have all this money if you do this, And that's like Satan came to the Messiah. Say he'll give them everything if he, give in, right? During the 40 days and 40 nights fasting. So the modern day Chaldeans are the little hats. Those are the top two. The whore and the little hats. The Babylonians, the whore America. The Chaldeans, the little hats with the sorcery and witchcraft through the Hollywood and music and TV and media. It says, surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. So that lets you know who's the least of the flock right now on the earth. It's the little hats. They're the smallest little people, but they're the ones causing all the ruckus and chaos. Everyone over there in the so-called Middle East, the nations that surround them, they all hate the little hats because they're not right. They're the ones in all the mischief and instigating, starting all kind of mess and madness and wickedness, creating lies to destroy people for their resources. And that they're going to draw who out? Russia, Gog and Magog, Iran right now, and everyone's been drawn into the waters with their ships and everything, right? And this is because of the little hats when they were doing this to fight, picking on Hamas. and the Palestinians. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, and they call it what? October 7th. That happened back in October. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. These people are going to be desolate. It's going to be a wrap. Joel 2:8. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. These are the thermonuclear missiles when they're shot into the air and then when they come down. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Because, the Israelis, they said that 99% of the missiles got struck down by the quote-unquote the Iron Dome of the Israelis. Iron Dome shot down all of the Iran's missiles. They was proudly professing that on their Chaldeans media over here, lying to the Western audience over here in America. But there was reports from people that know, the truth. But those missiles was getting through and hit key bases over there. I think their main base over there, and a couple other main targets that they had targeted, right? So when it says when the let's see, neither shall one thrust another, talking about the thermonuclear missiles. Everyone in his path will walk everyone in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, I love going into this word that's mind blowing here. Weapon, missile, sprout, missile, weapon. So when this is talking about, chiefly headed by Russia and then Iran and China and them, when the missiles fall down, because is the Israelis Iron Dome is just their proud way of saying, and they call it David sling as well. They're just proud and wicked, blaspheming the scriptures. They don't trust in the Most High, trust in their own strength. That show you that they're not the people, But the Iron Dome of the Israeli Iron Dome is just going into their anti-missile defense system, and it didn't work. and this is part of it right here. The whore and his allies, they will not. Whoever have to do research and see if anyone else has a anti-missile defense system. That's allies with America, NATO, and the EU. But any of America's allies, when missiles are shot, they're going to get hit. And chiefly, this is talking about America. It doesn't have their anti-missile defense system. It's not going to stop any of those thermonuclear missiles. And if when a couple of them may hit some of the thermonuclear missiles to try to intercept them and stop them from landing, it's just going to bust right through it, right? It's going to go through unscathed and still hit. So Joel 3 and verse 9. And verse 12. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. That's it, the valley of Yahweh's judgment. That's the over there, the battle of Armageddon. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So it's about to go down. This is the Most High. He's awakening all the heathen, and that's it. Verse 14. Multitudes. That's that number. That's that great vast number of people that's going to be joined up with Russia. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem. Yahweh Shai is near in the valley of decision. That's what Yahweh Shaphat is. Well, it's called right here Jehoshaphat, but that's not the Most High's name. It's Yahweh Shaphat. Yahweh, it's a compound word. Yahweh Shaphat means judgment, right? So Yahweh's judgment. Isaiah 34. Let me get the word, because I want anyone to think that, just to prove it, because you have some people that scoff a lot, actually, but Yahweh has judged. When you judge something, when you come to a judgment, you came to a decision. That's the valley of Yahweh's decision. So boom. Let's see. Isaiah 34:8. For it is the day of Yahweh's, Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai's vengeance, and the year of recompenses. Recompenses mean reward. The year of rewards for the controversy of Zion, because the Most High is not mocked. Whatsoever a man sowed, that shall he also reap. Galatians 6:7. So they've been sown to the flesh, and they're going to reap corruption and death and destruction. You know, all of the heathen. This is the year coming soon of recompenses, and this is the beginning of the year of recompenses for, the heathen have rewarded us evilly, if that's a word, wickedly, beginning with the Edomites, right? Even stole our identity, and they ruled the earth on the left-hand side underneath our tribe name, Judah. That's what, Jewish, Jew short for Judah, and Ish because they know that they're not the Jews, because it's like saying Black-ish, like the TV show Blackish with Anthony Anderson, right? It's light black, but not black. They're like a Jew because they take the verbiage of our scriptures and they wickedly rule through left-hand side means under Satan. So, it's going down. World War III update, the Israelis respond, to Iran's attack. So now we'll wait now and see what Iran does and what happens in the fallout, and if anything did get through Iran's anti-missile defense system. And we'll go ahead and just, keep on watching, prophesying, praying, repenting, praying for forgiveness. In the name of Yahushua, I hope that the Most High accepts us through our mediator, Yahushua, that we have covering in these evil days that's ramping up, right? The year of recompenses. With that being said, I hope this video was edifying. The water to the Rachakudash Basham Yahushua. Another video. Till next video, I say, Shalom.